What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to One Crit Blunders. Now, as you can see, we are down a couple people from our cast, but that's okay. We have some amazing talent here tonight who's going to keep you wildly entertained, I'm sure. We've got lots of ground to cover, so I think we're just going to jump right into it for character intros and all that good stuff. Check out episode 1. Okay, how y'all doing? Are we relaxed? We're ready to roll?
Almost. Somebody forgot to load a One Crit Blunders website, but we got this.
Whoopsies!
I think I'm on now, so we're good.
Perfect. All right. Well, when we last left our intrepid heroes, all of you had just gone through, we'll say, Sir Thomas's now keep, dealing with the death of his father and the arrest of his brothers and all of that. I found out a little bit of information about the Prime Minister. And as you all are standing on the outer wall where we kind of left everybody, and Sir Thomas had just shield bashed the assassin off of it, he orders the guards to go arrest his brothers and things like that. And he doesn't even say a word to the rest of the group. He just kind of turns around with his cloak doing the wafting, flowing in the breeze, and he walks off into the inside of the castle without saying a word, leaving the three of you standing out on the wall. Guards are kind of reassuming their posts, and you're all just standing there.
Well, that was quite the event. Now, where did that fellow go? I start looking around for, I forget his name, the cleric. I just start looking around. Did I notice him jump off into the water?
Well, let's start with a lovely perception roll for the entire group. We'll kick off the evening with that. So hopefully we get a 1.
Got a question.
Yes.
Am I even tall enough to see over the wall?
Yeah, you're pretty tall.
Oh, thank goodness.
Compared to the wall, I should say.
Well,
like it's one of those, where it's got the squares that stick up, so you're kind of like looking between them.
I got an 18.
Noise.
18, a 13, and... whatever Doria's roll is.
Come on, Doria's roll. They're supposed to be going right now for me.
Uh-oh. Roll 20 may be having some issues. There we go.
I am not tall enough to see over that wall.
Not at all.
So, basically, let's see. Gwendolyn and Doria, you were too preoccupied with what was happening with the assassin and Sir Thomas doing his thing to notice, but Kira, there we go. I was like, what is it? Kira, you did notice during all of that commotion a brief moment out of your peripherals where you saw the female assassin plummet into the ocean, followed by Xeric.
Sure did. I walk over to the side of the wall and I look down and I don't see him splattered, I'm assuming.
No.
So I turn back and I go, "You're not gonna like where he went."
What do you mean? I start to walk over.
And Nikira just points down.
I don't see anything. He didn't go down there, did he? Oh no, I can't go down there. Do you see all this armor? Somebody's gonna have to fetch him. I look at Doria.
No.
Doria?
What?
Can you swim?
Are you a strong swimmer?
Very strong.
I can bob.
That
may not work. Do we have any swimmers around here? Maybe we can ask around and see if anybody can go and jump into the water.
Do we want to tell everyone that someone jumped into the water under?
Probably not.
Somebody needs to go sweet talk him. Who's good at sweet talking?
Not
Doria.
me.
All you have to do is sing.
It's just you.
Gather the crowd, entertain them.
So I'm pulling out Skippy here, who's my handy-dandy little triangle. And I proceed to whip the crowd up into a froth with my lovely melody.
All right, roll a performance.
All right.
That's sweet, sweet triangle.
That's
Yeah.
sweet, sweet triangle.
Let's see if we can turn this crowd into a meringue.
They sound like the angels in the sky.
Just whip them right up there.
May they ring.
May they ring.
Oh,
Barely.
barely.
All right, so a few of the guards kind of turn to look at you, and they're wearing full plate armor. And they're just like, don't you have somewhere better to be?
Baby,
No.
go bob in that water for me. Go sink my stones.
Roll a persuasion.
No.
Oh, never mind. He got a natural 20.
No.
It's not
They're
happening.
not having it.
That's not gonna happen. Yeah, Nakira sees all this and she turns to them and she goes, well, I think there might have been a stairwell in that other room where the other guy, died.
You
What
mean
was
when he
murdered?
was murdered by one of our own by the
Let's not. Mm-mm-mm.
It's a
Ah,
horrendous act.
Let's not say
You
the
can't just
M
sit
word.
by and be okay with it.
Oh,
I
you
know,
precious
I know.
boy.
It was a terrible accident.
Poor,
Act.
God.
poor precious baby.
Shall we go to the stairs then?
Yes.
Let's go
Well,
see if there's
And
a
see the
stair.
accident. Accident.
Sure,
That's what we're calling it.
I guess. I'm not jumping in the water, is what I'm saying.
I can't.
any
I
of
mean,
you-
I would
If
sink.
you want to take your armor off,
You can throw me, but you're gonna have to fish me out afterwards.
I'm not good at throwing. Yes?
I will take my armor off. Hopefully, I have clothes underneath.
Don't-
I start.
I don't
What?
think there's a clothing check that you need to roll, so we're gonna say you're dressed, and you take your armor off, set it all neatly.
Are you really gonna jump into the from
I'm
here?
really going to. I
Should we
don't
go? We could just go downstairs for like ground level, and then you could jump off. Less trauma that way, but it's completely up to you. But we should have done that maybe before you.
I'm gonna
took all
jump
your
right
armor.
in. Let's do
Okay.
it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on the armor because I'm
Do
gonna
it.
need that later. All right.
Roll a
Let's do
strength check.
If you die, I don't know who to tell. It's all right.
Don't
The
worry. I
maid-
have
The maid
I-
will know.
the
Alright.
the maid may know, but I don't have family. However, oh no,
Oh, that was almost terrible.
that was pretty bad.
That doesn't sound good.
So
Are we ready to do this?
Gwendolyn backs up
There is no we.
and takes off running, leaping off of the wall, and you clear the ground. I'll say that. You have missed the ground. However, you plant firmly and flatly, belly flop style, onto the ocean.
Oh, that's gonna be all red.
Do I, like,
later on.
Do I float?
Oh.
You take a whopping 6 points of damage
Am I dead? I'm not dead.
straight to your belly.
Oh,
Alive!
Um,
I'm okay. No, it's just
Lady
She
Gwendolyn!
just gives a thumbs up.
Lady
Yeah.
Gwendolyn! You need a salve for that!
I'm gonna be okay.
You want me to sing you a song?
I'm gonna go down now.
Are you sure?
It
I'm
was-
sure.
It was like one of those videos, like on, the internet, and both Doria and Kira were like, "Ooh!"
That's
With a
gonna
All
poker
hurt.
face. All right, I'm
Too
gonna go
quick.
on in. I'm gonna go on in. All right. All right.
Roll
Let's do
some athletics for swimming.
Hey, Kara, do you think she can make it?
No.
Wow, rude.
We've known each other,
down.
what, like 3 days?
Have more faith in thee, is what I say.
Dibs on
Not
the
a-
sin if she dies.
Have more faith
No.
in thee,
Me.
because I'm about to be
We'll
a
split
hero.
Okay. No, can't hear you. You're in the water. Goodbye.
Nothing going on.
With your roll of 20, you swim down and find the cave entrance, which is just in time because you're starting to run out of air. Popping up into a little area you can breathe again, and you see the same thing Zurich saw, kind of a stone platform that leads to a metal staircase that leads down. The first thing you immediately notice, are you wearing any jewelry or anything like that?
No, just my eye.
Just the zit.
Just the zit.
Just the eye.
Okay. Just curious.
I go and walk. Or hopefully I've got my ground and I start looking around.
Okay. So you see the stonework in here is like a hewn bricks. It's not normal medieval style stonework. This is more like something you would see in our age. And as you start wandering down the steps, the first thing you notice is the farther you go down these metal stairs, the warmer they seem to be getting.
I keep going. Just slower.
Slower. Wandering down a long stretch of hallway, you travel probably 15, 20 feet, and your little magic zit, the metal on it begins to get very hot, like heat metal is being cast on it.
Oh. I back up.
Backing up, it does begin to cool down a little bit, and
Oh no.
that's when someone comes stumbling down the hallway and kind of collapses about 10 feet away from you.
I run to that individual. Gotta get out of here right now. Who's this?
Okay. Taking a look at who's this, you see that this person is wearing Zurich's clothes, is armed with his javelin and everything, but he is still the same size as Zurich, but he is a dwarf.
And the dwarf is just out cold.
Yes, completely unconscious. You can see, though, that the longer he remains on this side of the heat, his skin is almost looking like it's starting to
I'm picking
blister.
him up, and I'm not gonna even ask questions. My third eye zit thing is not feeling good. This person's in his clothes. I'm gonna worry about that later. I'm gonna pick this individual up. I'm gonna grapple him, and I'm gonna just take him in the opposite direction of all this heat. Because it's really hot.
Right.
It's making my hair very hot.
And beyond that, the longer you are in there, it actually is starting to make your skin blister as well. So running back to the water, carrying Zurich, you make it there easily. He doesn't weigh that much.
Okay.
And
So
you're
he's not
able
a big
to.
dwarf. He's average size. Got it.
Yeah, he's actually very tall for a dwarf.
Interesting. So, I don't know how this works, but somehow, some way, is there any way besides diving back into the water? Is there any other direction that I can take that's different from this than jumping in? Because jumping in the water is probably my best bet.
Yes.
Ew,
There's no other way out.
All right, I'm all in.
All right.
I'm gonna have to take this individual and somehow strengthen it through the
Now,
water.
the good news is he is also not wearing any kind of armor or anything like that. He was all cloth. So, all I need is a normal athletics check.
Okay, got this. I'm gonna blow into the screen.
Come on.
Ooh, nice.
All right, 21. You swim back to the surface. Doria and Kira, you've been watching the waves for probably 5-10 minutes now, and she has not come back.
How much do you think we can get for her armor? Just a ballpark.
You know. Pretty much, actually. If we sell that, we sell the Shady Slim, he'll get us a good deal.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got this sister, and she'll fit.
Nikira just starts like picking up the armor and like putting it in a nice big pile and
Yeah.
Dollar signs. Cha-ching. You get the armor picked back up, and you're ready. Y'all are ready to leave. You're like, well, we did our part.
Yep.
When Gwendolyn pops back up from the water carrying what appears to be the body of Zurich.
Oh, nothing to see here. Oh, just making sure it's clean. Okay, we're good. Your armor is fine.
Help me!
We're still
Somehow.
on top of the building, right?
Yeah,
What?
you're all
What
still
in
on
the
the wall.
Well, I guess I'm speaking to myself then. I put the.
What in the name of the screaming?
Is there anything I could grapple
Is it a
onto to
dwarf?
push this dwarf onto the surface?
Yeah,
What are you doing with a dwarf?
flop him up onto the beach.
How come you get a dwarf and I can't have a
I couldn't
leprechaun?
find Zurich. This is all I found, and he's in his clothes. There's nothing else there.
Stay there!
Hot as
Stay there.
lava.
Stop yelling!
My
Stay
skin-
there! We'll be right there.
my
1
skin-
second.
Have you seen my skin? It's blistered.
Nikira grabs her armor and just heads down. I don't know how we're getting down, but some
Nikira,
way.
poke it with a stick.
You're
Who?
supposed to poke it with a stick.
Whatever that thing is. I don't know.
Everyone knows that.
I stop to check and see if the dwarf is breathing, like
Is it
has a
squishy?
pulse.
Do you have medicine?
I don't.
That's problematic. Do you
What?
have do you have intelligence?
If you mean points in intelligence,
Tell you what, roll a wisdom check for me and we'll see.
okay. Wisdom check. Did it go through?
Nice.
Yeah, I think it went through. That's the one.
All right. No problem. So you doing the best you can. You do feel a pulse. And no. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's where it was. I have to remember that. Oh, very.
It might
very
be
good.
different on dwarves.
They're alive. This person's alive. Oh, good. Very good. I thought I was wasting my time. Whew. All right. I start slapping his face.
Yeah, he's not coming to.
Oh, goodness. Well, are you going to take your time, or are you going to help me with this dwarf? How am I going to get back up there?
I'm in the stairwell somewhere coming downstairs.
Yeah.
So
Wait, do you see the length of my legs?
she's very small. She's weak.
I
move
just
as
huff
fast
and
as I
puff and
can.
sit there.
Kira comes out of the lower door onto the beach, and you see Gwendolyn there with a dwarf that's dressed like Zurich.
He's alive. He's alive.
The two of you have a minute or two to make any kind of verbal exchanges before Doria gets there with her little legs.
Oh my goodness. Who built this thing? Why do they make the steps so long?
I would venture to guess humans.
Ah,
No.
figures. Okay, that's fair. All right. What have we got here?
I don't know.
A very short man stole Zurich's clothes. Maybe.
We have
But he's
to.
alive.
Yes, we have to. I could not go any further. You see, there's too much danger down there. And you can see my skin. It's starting to blister.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm obsessed with that. But anyways, we got to get him awake and find out what happened to Zurich. We have to figure this out. So is there anyone that we could bring this individual to?
we have to find out what happened to you too. Your skin does not look good.
Well, it was hot.
Is it spreading?
Not anymore.
No.
It's not spreading anymore.
Good.
Is it contagious?
If it is, you should probably keep your distance.
We're just gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Over there.
Yeah.
But I will take this individual. I have enough strength left in me, but we need to find help. Can one of you or both of you find help? We have to, I have to get looked at myself, but he is priority because we have to find out what happened to Xeric.
We need a healer. Where would we find a healer?
I'll go, Doug. Don't worry about it.
We need is there a healer in the castle?
It's a
Well,
castle, so probably, yeah.
Just make sure that where should we meet? We can't stay here.
Why not?
How are the waves looking? Are they looking dangerous?
They're not too bad.
All right, we'll stay here. Where's my armor?
No, I don't know. I assume
That's
Kira
us.
brought it down.
I did, yeah. I just set it gently next to
Oh,
you.
thank goodness
That's
it's down here. I am not going back up there for that.
No,
By gently,
No, I
you
grabbed
mean hurl it into the ocean?
I
Shh.
just drop it. It sounds just clanks everywhere.
I start to put my armor on. I don't want to look at these blisters
That was
anymore.
nothing.
So you're able to don your armor, and you all remember, or I guess come to the conclusion that probably the person who would know the best about healing and things of that nature would be Cedric at the Goose. He seems to be the center of information. So is that the direction you'd like to head then?
I'm going to say that's probably the best idea. Everybody comes through the Goose. And if Cedric doesn't know anybody, he's going to know somebody who knows somebody because that's the center of it all, people.
Oh, Xeric. I don't want to leave him in there, but I look to the water. But we really don't have a choice. I don't think he made it.
Whatever's
Right.
left of Cedric is going to be either down there or in this armor. And I don't know if we should go back down in there. Gwendolyn, want to go back down?
All right. Pick this dwarf up. Let's go.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you head back through the fortress and get to the ferry. It's a relatively uneventful ride. As I said, the blisters and things like that are not spreading, so that seems to have finally given you some peace, knowing that that's not going to be a constant
Contagious.
thing. Yeah. Once you reach the mainland and start heading back through the city of Camador, heading towards the Goose, around the city, on the wall that protects the city proper, there are these massive blue gems that generate lightning. Think of them as like huge medieval Tesla coils. And they're for the protection of the city and things like that. And they're all over the place. As you are heading through the city, you see people are kind of moving around somewhat erratically. Some people have all of their belongings. They're heading towards the front gates. There's some people that are like shuttering their windows. All kinds of panic seems to be setting in.
Well, we should probably get going and find out what this is about, but I think the inn's going to be our best bet. He seems to know everything, doesn't he? That fellow.
That fella.
I really think, we should get there pretty fast because if we're going to know anything, we're going to find out anything, it's going to be Cedric. Again.
Let's go.
Cedric knows it all.
Okay.
Clear path!
Picking up the pace and heading to the Goose, the gems begin to glow, and from them is projected a shoulders up, kind of like we're doing here with the camera, version, like a 3D image of the Prime Minister. He has a bald head, an eye patch, just seems like a very well-dressed, well-to-do kind of individual. And these projections kind of go up all over the city, and you see people stop and kind of start looking to see what's going on. And the Prime Minister says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please do not panic. I assure you, all of the lights that all of you have been seeing outside of the city are completely normal. However, for your peace of mind, I will close and lock the gates immediately. No one is to enter or leave the city until my personal investigators have established what these lights all around the countryside are. Now, they've only started but a few hours ago. So, please, remain calm. I assure you, I will handle everything. Thank you all, and have a wonderful evening. And all the images kind of turn off. All of you roll perception checks, please. I just need you to get above a 13.
19.
19 for Kira. All right.
My rolls have been interesting.
Ooh,
today.
nat 20.
Get it?
All right. So, Gwendolyn, unfortunately, you're standing in the middle of the street with a bunch of people running around and you're holding a dwarf. You're preoccupied. Yes, you took the message in, but you were taking it at face value. Kira and Doria, however, when you were sitting there watching, you were kind of like really analyzing this person. And you noticed that he was kind of unnaturally youthful looking for someone as old as he was. The eye patch even seemed kind of odd for his age, but nobody really knows why he had one. But the biggest thing that you notice, and especially Doria, you kind of picked up on this right away, is while he was talking and gesturing with his hands and stuff, you caught a glimpse on each of his fingers was a tattoo of an eye.
Suspicious.
I smell a big old pile of manure piling up around here. Is it just me?
No,
Is this wafting?
maybe.
Nikara?
I
Did
stopped
you-
smelling the dwarf.
Whew, yeah, oh god.
Microwave dwarf.
He's getting worse.
We need to go. We need to go. We'll worry about the rest later. Whatever that
Oof.
means. We need to go. Let's go.
Oof.
Sure.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's move him.
Proceeding. All of the city guards have done exactly as the Prime Minister said. They've posted up all around any possible exit or entrance. The main gate has been closed and barred. They are powering up the gems to protect from any oncoming threat. And all of you reach the Goose, which has its windows shuttered, but the door is still open.
It better have its doors open. It's a party tonight.
Doria, will you speak to Cedric?
Of course I will. Cedric! We're
This
back!
dwarf is getting heavy. Does he have a table I can lay him on?
We're here! We've got a dwarf! Open up a table for us!
I have a room if you want.
You have a
privacy.
room. Let's do this.
Of course I have a room.
Scratch the table! We got a
I'm
room.
going to save him some dignity, whoever this dwarf is, pretending to be Zarek. Let's go.
Looks
So
like
the
table
three of
3
you-
needs more bread, by the way. Okay, see you later.
The three of you just right through the empty, by the way, the empty tavern.
Coming through.
Yeah. And head to Kira's room, flopping this dwarf down on the bed.
Oh, okay.
Cedric kind of wanders up very slowly, like, ugh. What is it with adventurers? Need peeks in the door. Well, what have you got there?
We need a medic.
That might be a little hard right now.
Don't tell me they're outside of the city.
I'm sure there's some out there, but no,
Cedric?
they're all going to be tied up, protecting
Cedric?
the gates.
Cedric?
Is there anyone that we can pull away and maybe somebody stay and pretend to be, Nakira.
Huh? Yeah?
Could we maybe swap you for a medic so that they don't notice anybody missing?
I'm not a medic.
That's not
At
the point.
all.
The point is, you would pretend to be, and you would switch with whoever is, so that we can get him protected. Because
One,
need to-
one
we-
small thing. The moment someone needs medicing, I have no idea
Cedric?
about anything. I do the opposite, actually. I hurt
if there's
people.
blood, you put pressure on it. You stop the blood from bleeding. That's all you need to know.
Maybe
until-
you should be the medic.
Cedric? You see we're in a bind here? Cedric, honey.
Do you have just a health potion laying around anywhere? Just,
You
an
know,
idea.
we don't
I
ask
do.
for much.
I do probably have a few of those. Let me
That would
let me
be
go check
fantastic.
downstairs.
Oh, that would be much easier.
would-
Easier, much
We
easier.
would be so grateful, Cedric.
The less complicated.
And less complicated. That's a big thing.
I cleaned up after those kobolds last week. Remember that? You didn't want to do it. I cleaned up after the kobolds last week.
So heading downstairs, he calls back up. Doria,
Yeah.
there's someone here to see you.
Okay. What do they look like?
Dark clothes, elves.
Anybody? Oh. I'll be right there. Let me get my eyeliner straight.
Doria!
Is it smudged?
Doria,
You
you
look
look
lovely.
beautiful, but darling, what are you doing?
Oh, come on! It's a screaming vermin.
We have a lying dwarf here. We don't know a Zirchik. I can't even say Zirik, because I'm just a heap of a mess right now. And you want to look beautiful for an elf.
Oh my gosh!
I wish you luck with the elves.
I'll be right back.
You got this.
Dashing downstairs.
Nakira, what do we do?
Nakira just starts searching through his pockets.
What are you doing?
Well, if he is Zurich...
That's not even his stuff!
How do you know?
Because the clothes, it's not his! He's
That's
an
what he was
imposter!
wearing before he jumped off the parapet.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We were looking at him all day. Did you not see that he was wearing these... Zurich was wearing these clothes.
Correct,
And he
that's an
jumped off
imposter.
the-
He is
Okay,
rather suspicious.
yes. Of course. So,
Is there something you know?
no. I don't know. Maybe.
Do it.
Perhaps. What do
No.
I know? I didn't jump off the parapet because I don't swim very well.
What do you
so-
see in his pockets? Don't steal. Just what do you see? We have to hold on to it for Zira. Remember, this is
Of
his
course.
clothes.
I do not steal. I sell. Anyways, I would like to look through his pockets.
So I am not privy to what Zurich has in his pockets,
That's fair.
but he does have Zurich's items, whatever they may be.
Ooh, Zurich's items. Look at them. How they glimmer.
Yes. Doria, you get down into the main area there, and sure enough, kicking their feet up on the table despite Zurich's protests is your elven friends.
It's the screaming vermin. This is the best day ever, guys.
What?
They're here.
Oh, hey Doria.
Oh, slash killer. Hug my babies.
Doria,
What?
get it together.
It's slash killer.
Who?
Slash killer.
Who? Do I know of this slash killer?
How do you not know
So-
it's slash killer?
I guess we're like gonna be hanging out here tonight since we can't go outside the walls.
Hell yeah, you're gonna be hanging out here tonight.
Well, we saw this really cool light like right outside the wall by these hills and stuff. And we saw like a bunch of people heading there chanting and stuff. And we were gonna go check it out and see if maybe like we could come up with a new song or something. But
Oh.
now we're stuck here because we don't have a way to get outside of the city. But someone small and unnoticeable like you, Doria.
Aw.
Doria has more important things to attend to. I grab her gently on the shoulder.
A slash killer.
Doria, until we find a medic, you're not going anywhere.
Maybe I can find a medic on the way.
And then what? They're gonna know exactly where to go and who to heal and what's gonna happen. And
I can bring the medic
sounds
back.
like a bad idea.
I usually have to have a medic at the Screaming Vermin's concert anyway.
He's not worth it.
Kira, as you pull Zurich's items from his pockets and begin assessing the inventory, his eyes pop open.
Oh, good, you're alive. Who are you?
What are you doing? Give me back my boar jerky!
And she just, gently just drops it on his chest. She's like, you can keep it.
I've slaved hard for that. What is wrong with my voice?
Well, it's coming out of a dwarf.
Okay. No, in earnest, what is wrong with my voice? Did I take a...
Listen,
my neck
I don't...
feels swollen.
I'm not a medic. I'm not really into that magic. But you are wearing my friend Zurich's clothing. So, do you know where he is?
A
Or
bold
did you
assumption,
thieve
Nakira,
him?
that we are friends.
I said friends. We're more like acquaintances. He's very
That's
hard to
more
get
like
to know.
it.
Yes.
Hand me my mirror. You seem to have taken that from me already.
And she pulls it out of her pocket and hands it back to him.
Zurich holds up the mirror to his face.
What has happened to me? I am nothing like I was.
Listen, I don't know how you were born, but this it's just a face. I mean, you'll do okay.
What has happened to me the last time? The last thing I remember is hurling a massive lightning bolt at that thief. The one who leapt from the parapet into the water. I followed after her.
Oh. Well, I have no idea.
Where are we?
We're back at the Goose. If you're Zurich, which you
Ye-
seem sort of to be.
I am Zurich. Something has happened to me.
Obviously, yes. So
That's it, then you just accept
that's all
that.
I've got. If you, I don't know Zurich enough other than the whole cleric thing. What was the god again? I don't remember the god.
How dare you insult the might of Talos in such a way?
Talos, that's always the one, isn't it? Now I believe it is absolutely Zurich.
Okay.
From my perspective, from the parapet, I saw the skinny elf lady jump off the parapet, and then you followed. You lived long enough to go under the water, and then, whenever you didn't surface, Gwendolyn shucked her armor off, jumped off, landed not gracefully at all. She disappeared for about 10 minutes, and then Dory and I were contemplating selling her armor.
Selling
Then
my
we were like,
armor!
when did you walk back in?
Oh,
He's
Gridley,
just
you're
like
here. Hi.
Just like in the door now, like, oh!
Oh, Gwen, he's awake, by the way. I don't. We might not.
Yes. Who are you? And why are you in our friend's clothing?
Gwendolyn, it's me, Zurich. I guess thanks are in order for saving me.
You are pulling my tail right now. What
have a
happened
I
is
have a tail to pull.
Of course I don't. But it's just a saying. You're pulling my tail.
I have a tail, and I don't.
I wish I had a tail. Anyway.
I assure you it's me.
I found you. Okay, you were blistering up, and so was I. It was really hot. I swam you back to shore. We had Doria and Nakira, because I can't speak. They helped me get you to here.
Mhm.
Did
We
you
need to-
happen to see the small elf lady?
No, there was nothing. It was just you. You collapsed. And you don't look like Zurich.
If you
but
didn't see the small elf
But you
lady,
ask enough questions. I would like to use a command word.
did you figure out one of the command words yet, Gwendolyn?
Part your
It literally
bangs,
says command word on the sheet.
part your bangs like curtains, and say command word.
Command
and
word. Reveal
Sure
to
enough,
me.
your gem of seeing activates, and this is Zurich. You can tell it's him. However, this is not a magical transformation. He has been legitimately physically turned into a very tall dwarf.
Hill dwarf.
Oh, Zurich! Oh no, this isn't magic! Do I know this? Does my eye reveal that to me that it's physical?
Yep.
Oh, this is oh my goodness, there's no turning back, Zurich. You're a dwarf in physical form! This is not something that's illusion!
No, I knew that.
It doesn't quite feel like an illusion either.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't find
How
my
did
new
this happen,
voice
Zurich?
interesting.
You have to go back and remember what happened when you were attacking.
Well, I
This
can
person-
tell you I remember everything until I was unconscious. But if you didn't see the tiny elf lady, then that means that her soul was cast into oblivion in the name of Talos, so that counts as one. That's an important thing. Now,
Good
as
to
far
know.
as what happened, we were in some kind of silo, like it was an odd place. It was a large circular room with glass separating me from her, and she pressed a button, and this large kind of engine almost just started pumping this substance in, and it started moving my flesh without me and bubbling, and I took
I
a moment.
look at my skin.
I took a moment and I cast the might of Talos through my spear and threw a lightning bolt through the glass right at her. And as I rushed towards her, I don't quite remember much else.
well then you were probably knocked unconscious,
Yes.
in theory.
Whatever was affecting me, I could see was also affecting her.
Have I heard anything like this in my circles? Could I roll for them?
Or
Not,
Maeve?
not in
Not-
your circles. No.
Okay.
What about anything in
Got it.
Maeve?
Nope. Nope. Definitely something that would require a little more investigation. You do kind of, both of you hearing his testimonial and taking things in, you put together that the lights that have started appearing around the countryside started about the time that Zurich went into that cave underwater.
Do you think that it set off something that is creating this chain reaction?
Possibly.
Do you remember when we came across that gentleman before he was murdered? It was not an accident. He was murdered.
Yes.
Do you remember what he said? He was talking about the Prime Minister.
No.
I
Genuinely do not remember.
Dungeon Master! I relay the story if you will gracefully tell her about what we were told by the gentleman about the Prime Minister and
I
how...
vaguely remember, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's like it's been a month.
I didn't write it down, so I
13
got...
days.
So- The advisor to Sir Thomas's father did what he did because his family was supposedly, allegedly, being held by the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister wanted to put Sir Thomas's oldest brother on the chair so that he could be more easily controlled, because something existed on the Battery Isles the Prime Minister wanted.
I remember that. You put it so eloquently. Great job, Gwendolyn.
It was beautifully done.
It's like
It's
you
all-
channeled someone else. It's-
Like I was almost there myself.
It's like Talos was shining his light upon my soul and speaking out through me into the world.
He
But
does
yes.
that from time to time.
I think that's funny.
I think I like Talos. Very, very nice. very
Another
nice.
one!
Mark on my
No wonder you had them dancing around on the tables with their beer mugs. Now I know that they indeed were not crazy, they were joyous. Okay. Well, that's the thing, is the Mabe is where I am from. I just got promoted in the Mabe. Maybe I can somehow do some investigation. The Mabe is within the city still, right? Right, it's not outside of the city. So maybe I can investigate and speak to somebody at the Mabe about what we've discovered.
Do you think that's a good idea? If it is the Prime Minister.
Well, do I have somebody trusted? Is that person that I was speaking to? Is that a trusted, like, somebody that I trust, or pretty much I don't know anybody there?
You don't.
It's brand new.
You don't know anyone within the Mabe itself.
Well, maybe I can bring Doria with me.
But as you do know, all of the Mabe is like sworn fealty to the Prime Minister. Like, Prime Minister can do no wrong in their eyes.
What does the Prime Minister look like?
Bald, with a patch on his eye.
He has eyes on his hands. Each finger.
Well, I can't impersonate him then.
No,
Hmm.
no.
Wait.
Yes?
Tell me again what you remember about the Prime Minister. What did he look like?
He's bald.
Well, yeah.
And he has an eye patch, and he has, he has hands like a normal person, but they have eyeballs on each finger.
Those were pretty sick looking.
They were. I need to know his artist, but
Yeah,
here we are.
I think I do too.
Okay.
Speaking out of Doria, how is he built? What was his build when we saw him in the?
Pretty just standard. He wasn't like athletic or anything like that. He's
Not
just-
particularly thin.
No, not super.
Average.
Yeah, he's
Average.
very average.
Yes, I couldn't try and persuade a particular elf to. Not that it would work, but because Doria would try persuade a particular elf to try and impersonate him, or
So Cedric pops back into the room while you all are discussing, as he does. Don't know how to tell you all this, but apparently there's riots going on. People trying to get out of the gate. So there's that.
We've been locked in?
Oh, yes, we missed that part in the replay. We've been locked inside the city.
And there's a crowd that has gathered towards the city gate?
Indeed.
Yes.
I leave immediately towards the crowd.
Where do you think you're going? You
he's
are not
getting
fit.
anywhere.
He's
Oh,
not very good
no.
at communication, is
Oh
he?
no, he's always doing this. He's always
as
wandering
I
off.
exit the door and everyone's talking, I say,
Talos awaits for all!
We follow him.
This is the last time I befriend a religious person.
I gave him 5 minutes.
All right.
I'm going to follow him. We've gone too far with this one. I saved his butt. I'm going to follow
Sure.
I'm making
Oh,
dragon
okay.
nachos. Who wants dragon nachos?
him. Sounds really good.
The
Tempting.
four of you head out, or the three of you head out. Doria, as you are passing on through, the elf kind of leans back in this chair and goes, so like, if you're gonna go check out those lights, like, probably the only way to get out would be to take the lightning rail and like jump off the train.
Sick.
I mean,
Sounds pretty.
I'm not saying one way or another, but like it would be totally metal if you did that for us.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, it would be totally like brutal.
Let me ask you something, Slash Killer.
Okay.
My little dragon chop. If I were to do that for you, what would I get in return? Maybe.
I think like you could probably buy me some drinks.
Ooh, mister. You knew just how to get to me. All right, then. I'll tell you what. I think we can jump ourselves right off that lightning train, and when next time you see me when you're playing here, you have got yourself a round of drinks bought. Deal?
Sweet.
Alrighty.
Oh, honey, aim higher.
Honey.
That was Rachel.
I don't. Where I stand, where a halfling stands to an elf,
You're
I
right.
don't want to aim higher.
You're right.
So,
I'm aimed just right.
Then
so
do
Zurich,
it.
you get to the crowd and you see this isn't exactly like a teaching environment. The citizens are like throwing things.
I head off after these guys.
All I can imagine with all of you doing this right now is the Brandon Ferris video on YouTube when they're breaking down the ASMR video and the guy's just like rubbing the camera like this. Anyway.
And I did grab a bag of dragon nachos in the kitchen on the way out the door.
Yes.
So just okay.
Now, Zurich, you see they are throwing food, like stones, whatever they can get their hands on at these poor guards who are just following orders. What are you going to do with this scene?
I first lean into the nearest mob person, attendant, rioter. I don't know what what word to use there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And
Mob goer.
Mob goer.
Mob goer.
Mobist?
That's good. Mobist. I like that a lot. I lean into the nearest mobist and I say,
Tell me what's happening here. What do you make of the situation?
You're tall for a dwarf, ain't
my
ya?
persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm a little tall for a dwarf. You gonna
All right.
tell me what's going on here or not?
Well, they locked us in, and we want out. It's that easy.
Did they say why they locked you in?
Yeah, because the lights in the countryside. They
locked-
started shining everywhere, and they won't let us out, and they're saying that we're safe, but none of us believe that government.
Why don't you believe the government?
Because they put microbrains in your chips.
Well, I can't say that you're not wrong.
Like, staring at you, like, puts a little metal hat on.
Is there a guard captain or a gatekeeper or something?
Yeah,
Someone
there's-
who's in charge.
Yeah, there's a captain who's trying as best he can to keep people back away from the gate and keep the order.
Okay. I very politely, as is my custom, walk up towards the front of the line where probably the most chaos is going on and try and move the people away from around me. At this point, I'm a dwarf who's very tall, so I probably look somewhat menacing. And so I try and make it seem like I'm about to rush them on my own. And then as hopefully they've all paid attention to what I've non-verbally communicated, as I look like I'm about to run, I just very politely walk up and say,
I'd like to speak with you. I might have a way to prevent things from getting a little more out of hand right now.
Right, I'm listening. And as Zurich reaches, just real quick, Gwendolyn and Nakira, you both arrive at the back of the crowd. And you can see Zurich way up front talking to this captain. All right, continue.
So, do you know why they locked the gates?
Nope. Only the Prime Minister knows that. He said, lock them up, keep them safe.
Does it look unsafe out of there?
And I point past the gate.
I mean, not really, but all them lights started appearing and nobody knows what they are, so we gotta investigate them.
I actually know what they are. They are a super weapon of some kind that the Prime Minister plans to use against all of us. So, if we stay in here, he just needs to use it once. But if we can get everybody out of the city, then he can't get all of us. And we are able to survive longer.
You've been talking to the guy with the metal hat, haven't you?
I don't know what that means, but until yesterday, I was an elf. I was there at the lights.
Look, friend, I've got a job to do here. It's very important, and I'm gonna need you.
That 9 is my persuasion check.
Not good.
I'm gonna need you to just head on back to the inn, have yourself another few drinks, and sleep it off.
I'm sorry for what I'm about to do.
I cast command on him. He needs to make a wisdom check of 14 or better.
And he does not. As you were casting command on him, Doria walks up carrying a well bucket. So like one of those wooden well buckets filled with chips and liquid cheese, like little spicy bits all over it.
Why?
She got the dragon nachos,
I brought
man.
the dragon nachos, guys!
Party.
Just in time, Doria. One moment.
I turn around and I start addressing the crowd and the guards at the same time.
Okay.
All of you! You're here because you wish to flee! The guards don't know why we have closed the gates. They don't know what the Prime Minister plans, but we know that we are not to be trifled with. We know that we must leave, and so, Gatekeeper, if you believe that we are meant to be free outside of that gate, I command you, flee!
And I point away from me towards the city. And then since he failed, he flees.
Right. Yeah.
I have a quick question. Do
Sure.
you want to know what these lights look like?
You guys haven't actually seen them.
Okay. Can I see them from where we are in the city? Like
You
a
are
light
more than
lighting?
welcome to go look. Yes.
Okay. If I can see them, I would like to cast minor illusion over the crowd of one of the lights.
Oh. Well, making haste, you are able to take a peek through the wall, and you do see the direction of the hills kind of off where the elf was talking about. There is what appears to be like a soft glowing light that almost looks more like a bunch of houses very close together. But you are able to cast that illusion over the crowd.
Once I see it, I turn to the nearest guard who probably has keys and says,
The Prime Minister acts now! Quickly open the gate so we may all leave!
Hey, guys!
What?
Come here. Come get some nachos. It's not about the nachos.
It's all about the nachos. So, as
And
they
take your
are-
free nachos!
as they are beginning
about the nachos.
to unbar the gate,
I
and
know how
Dory
to
is
get us
giving
out.
everybody nachos.
The nachos
just-
are for my people only.
You're just shoving it in people's pockets as you walk by them.
Just
I have it on
cheesy
good
nachos.
I have it on good authority.
The
How to get out of here without the crowd.
This is good.
right.
We get on the lightning train, and then we jump off of it.
I think it's a little late for that.
Gwendolyn's being like a good Samaritan. Eats one, puts one in a pocket. Eats one, puts. But as they're
Doria, we
unbarring the gate,
Kara's double dipping.
the man in the metal hat comes running up to Zurich. I knew you were one of us. Hey, you need to come with me right now, though. I have something to show you.
Who are
One
you?
moment. I'll deal with you in a moment.
No. You
Dor-
need to come with
Wait!
me right
Doria,
now.
Are
Right
you
now.
telling me I didn't have to just unlock the gate and get everyone to leave the city?
I think that's what she's saying, yeah. But it's too little too late for that.
I thought it was rather righteous.
I thought it was beautiful, but
Yeah. I mean, you did well.
did you like the light? That was me, by the way.
That was you. It
You
looked
was.
menacing.
That-
I
that-
honestly,
That's
I
why I'm
thought
here.
it was the Prime
No,
Minister.
Why?
No, it was me. I did
Guys,
that.
The light.
Amazing.
down
That
here!
light.
Down
Yes.
here! Down here! Hey,
Oh,
hey,
Doria.
hey, hey,
I
hey,
crouch down next to
hi.
Doria.
Yes, Doria.
Hi. Okay, just me thinking, but if everybody's rushing out the gate, don't you think if they're gonna attack, the Prime Minister's gonna attack us, it might be like everybody as we're rushing out the gate. Just,
So we wait for them to go.
No.
And then when they attack them, we
No.
skitter.
No.
What?
Oh, fine.
no,
Metal
no.
Hat Man, what do you have to
Who
say
you?
to us?
just
You
thinking that with
need- You need to
whatever
come
we
with me.
do,
Why?
try to just consider the fact that if we're gonna get dead,
Yes.
and everyone's gonna get dead, we're all gonna be going at the same time. If we want to save people,
Free nachos at the end. Everybody go back to the end. We're
to
gonna have some
nachos.
free nachos, and then you can leave. But first,
Roll.
we're gonna have a party.
Roll deception, Gwendolyn.
Let's see. Uh-oh.
We got anybody in chat that feels like rolling, getting in on this?
Oh yeah, roll from chat, please.
Yeah, let's see.
Exclamation point D100.
Let's see what happens.
I guess D20 actually.
D20, yeah.
Exclamation point D20. Wrong game.
And while this is happening, the Metal Hat Man says, "Look, when you cast those lights, I know those lights. I've seen those lights before. You need to come with me. I know what it means.
all I know is that it made her bubble. It was kind of gross.
It'll do that."
But why are we going to do it if it's going to make her bubble? I don't
Oh.
want a bubble.
You know what it means.
Chat roll of a 5. People are herding through the gate, hear the words "free nachos," and immediately begin heading to the goose. Like they were all ramped up, ready to go, and then they were like, wait, free nachos? Oh man, I
Free nachos for Talos!
Talos!
I don't know, you hear mutterings like,
in there.
I don't care who's handing them out as long as I get some nachos. Like,
Gotta protect the people. They cannot leave the gates or they're going to get killed. So we're gonna have some free nachos.
Nobody
Doria.
is allowed to die.
Doria, put it on the Mabes tab. But
I
don't send
like
them the
what
bill
you
until,
think.
30 days after.
I think
So put it on the Mabes tab.
So I get
It's
my little
free.
legs hustling as back quickly back.
I like this idea. So Mabe's tab, right?
Now you with the metal hat.
yeah, that's me.
I'm gonna call you Tin Man.
All right.
Tin
I
for
mean,
short.
Tim
man.
would have been fine, but all
Tin-
right.
oh, well, Tim works.
And I go running off as fast as my little legs will take me. Cedric! Cedric!
Why do you have to
Why?
have us in private? You can tell us right here, right now, what they mean.
No,
Where are
because
we going?
the minister's always listening. He's got his little bugger eyes everywhere.
Yeah, well, how can we trust you? You may be part of the, little crew.
Nah,
You might be an eye.
I've got me metal hat.
Well, I can't
What?
argue with that. That sound logic.
Sound logic, yeah. Mm.
Metal
So
hat it is.
Doria is able to relay this message and then proceed back before you guys set off because you're still trying to figure out who Tim the Metal Hat Man is.
Tim
I
the Tin Man.
I just missed my light show above the non-existent crowd now. So
Okay.
I
I'm
moshed my
sorry.
way
It was
back.
beautiful, Nikira. I'm sorry.
That was simply incredible.
Nikira, you could do it at the end.
what?
Celebration.
Trust
Yes.
me. Come
I'll,
on, come
I'll
on.
do it anytime you'd like.
And he starts wandering off.
Wait, are we leaving the city?
Only if you want to.
We can't leave Doria.
I don't know
She's
what I
busy.
want anymore.
No, Doria's back.
Oh, she's back. Oh, okay. Then we could do whatever.
Very small, so it's
We
I
have to
walk
protect the
over
people.
and I take the keys that I'm assuming the guards left in the gate.
Because they want some
Like-
nachos.
These might come in handy for us.
that's
Right.
true.
Excuse me, I'm parking my
So,
dragon over here.
following Tim the Tin Man, you get to
Tim
what
the Tin
appears
Man
to
Taylor.
be like a stone mausoleum. He kind of does one of those over-the-shoulder lookabouts. He's like, "Do you think we were followed?"
Yes.
Yeah, we followed you. That was the whole point.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
He opens the doors and heads in. Come on, close the doors, close the doors.
Oh, good. Dead people.
He heads down into this mausoleum, and there is a massive stone sarcophagus, which he promptly pushes the lid off of, and then
I-
climbs inside.
I activate my lightning javelin for light.
Okay. Yeah, it for all intents and purposes, it seems like a mausoleum.
This would be a sick place for a concert.
You're not wrong.
Maybe you can borrow it from him later.
Does it have quite
Hmm.
the echo in here? Echo.
It does.
Echo.
I
Very.
look
Oh,
into the sarcophagus.
Doria, you would sound so lovely. in here.
Looking into the sarcophagus, you see a ladder that goes, a metal ladder going down, and he's just getting off of the bottom of it, and he looks up at you and says, "Well, come on! We don't have much time."
I have a really bad feeling about this. I'll go first.
You do that.
You watch me, make sure, you know.
It works so well every time.
I've
Go for
got
it.
you.
I raise the javelin ready to
All right.
do what I need
Let's
to do.
do this.
All right. You
Start.
climb down, get to the bottom, and turn to look, and you see, and you know, I don't want to go into super detailed, but basically, you are in a subway tunnel. There
Okay.
are tracks that go down the center of it, the arched roof and everything, and it stretches on for a ways. He walks over to a metal door that is right there, opens it up, and for a moment you catch a glimpse of all manner of like what appear to be magical items. Well, come on!
Okay.
Seeing Gwendolyn down, all the way I now go.
I
And then me.
I move forward.
Well, someone's gonna have to make sure I don't slip down these things. They're kind of far apart.
I'll catch you if you fall.
Thank you.
Maybe. I'll try. At the very least.
All right, everybody makes their way down. Gwendolyn, heading into the room. It is basically like an electrical room for what a subway would be, except a lot of it is just rusted, torn apart. Things are stacked in the corners and whatnot. But you see there's like papers taped to the walls with like the string that connects
Oh,
pictures
no.
and stuff. And there's tables with all manner of strange gear. Some weaponry that almost resembles your devastation blade. You see a hammer sitting up against the wall that basically looks like a jet engine. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in here.
I walk up to the nearest lightning spear looking thing.
Well, now that you all get to the room, you see the same thing, and the crazy old Tim is throwing stuff around, and oh, here it is. He turns around and holds up a piece of paper. It's very yellowed, very tattered, just kind of falling apart, and you see a big old picture that looks like the lights that Kira projected. There's some words. Basically, he's holding up a very old newspaper. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, look at all this stuff. I go outside of the walls and I find this stuff everywhere.
You found this stuff?
Sorry. Yeah, I found all of it in the places where the lights come from. There's tons of them.
But if you're looking for things, what exactly are you looking for other than, random stuff? Although I do like that weapon over there. I point to the gear that looks just like the weapon.
All
I
right.
have.
Well, let's see. Would you mind holding your blade out for a moment? I'll show you. I'll show you why I do this. Just
I
the
look at
hilt.
Xeric.
Hold it towards me.
I'd do it. I mean,
Oh, okay, but you keep it.
he'll be fine. If not, we'll kill him.
Throws stuff around and picks up what appears to be a small yellowish gem, and he says, here it is. And he holds it up to the hilt of your sword, to the very end of it, and it kind of attaches itself in and begins to glow. When it does this, your blade kind of crackles a little bit with like static energy, and he says, see? Yeah. I knew it would work.
Do I know what he's done to them?
It looks like he just made its damage output like times infinity. I bet that thing's like an infinity stone or something.
Can I roll like a knowledge check, or would I know
Can I-
since it's
You can,
Or
you guys.
Arcana or something?
Arcana would work, or
Solid. Magic.
you can do wisdom as well, just to
Oh, I
try and figure out what's going on.
meh. I get 10.
Oh, 2 10s. So the two of
We're
you
doing
putting your
great.
heads together are like, wait, I think this is electricity.
we
so-
just touch it and it zaps the shit out of
And
us.
then
And we're like,
Zurich- Zurich, being the resident electrical expert,
Guys,
Like,
I wouldn't
no.
touch that if I were you.
no, you idiots.
It's
Basically,
electricity.
with his help, you have figured out that this is what's called an electron crystal. It does increase the output damage of your sword, but one nifty little trick it can do now is you can choose to make all of the damage from your sword non-lethal if you so chose.
Whoa.
Basically, it made it into a stun weapon.
Sexy.
is there a speaking out of character, is there like a certain amount of times you can do that though, or is it like infinite
When you crit.
when you crit?
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Yours is you choose it. It can be non-lethal or lethal, but you have to choose it at the beginning of combat. It's not something you can like switch on the fly. And it does an extra 1d4 damage. He says, I've got a whole bunch of them around here.
Thank you. I like the power. It's over 9,000.
I tell you what, I'll get
What's happening in your hair, Gwendolyn?
right.
It's
It's
starting
like
to
flipping.
frizzle up.
You there, lightning man with the javelin, the pointy javelin thing.
I have a name.
Oh, well, you didn't tell it to me, so I'm just gonna
I
call you
don't
Lightning
plan on
Man.
telling it to you. I'm
I
just
don't
letting
need
you
it.
Xeric.
know I
It's
have a
it's
name.
Xeric. It's Xeric.
Or is it?
It's
Zi-
Talos Man. That's
Talos
his name.
man.
There it is.
He could be the new Tin Man.
Wait.
Let's avoid that.
Too late.
So he holds up another crystal that has a different shape and different color than the one he just gave to Gwendolyn. And he says, this one, this does bad things to people's bodies. I like this one a lot.
Can't be worse than being a dwarf.
Oh, no. Like, I attached this once to a spear, and it stabbed a man's eye out, all on its own.
And that's something to enjoy.
Well, you didn't know the man. He owed me money.
I
How
see
much?
how enjoyable that might be for somebody.
I'm simultaneously intrigued and yet really put off by that thing.
So
Well,
I
I give him the blunt end of my spear.
he totally attaches that sucker right on there, and now whenever you crit, it does a wound, which is what I texted to you yesterday. I will send it again after we're done recording. I told you to hang on to it for me, and I didn't give you any reason why.
I know what you're talking about.
Nice.
I was like, hey, hold on to this for me. Now, the rest of the stuff in here kind of seems like junk, really. But he says, I mean, I have little things here and there. I can, you, dragon lady.
Oh, no, not me. Oh, sorry.
No, the scaly one. Psoriasis woman?
No.
Anyway.
I thought you were referring to
not
the
really
nachos.
close.
Sorry.
Here's one that you would like.
Down the ladder.
I don't know if I'd like it or not. What does it do?
He holds up a key. It is basically, it's like a gold key that the little tooth part that sticks down is kind of shaped like a window of a house. And it's got a nice little ornate gem in the turny part. Looks very nice. And he says, now this one's real good. I haven't had much use for it, but you ready for this? Well, just check it out. He just holds it out, like he's putting it into an imaginary door, and a door appears.
Wow.
He turns the key, you hear the door unlock, and it opens up, and you see a library inside.
What in the world is that? Where is it?
It's mine. That's what it is. I'll take that if you don't mind.
Is that a transporter?
He closes the door, locks it, and hands you the key.
I mean,
Curious,
it's a
like
library.
there's
I mean,
so
I
much
have no
good
use for a
stuff in there.
library.
Why wouldn't you have a use for a
Rolling your
library?
eyes.
I don't like to
My thing.
read. I like to hit
Why
things.
not?
Because I like to hit things.
You
It's
can
fun.
read about people hitting things if you really want.
I read about swords, but not.
It is the most boring book I've ever heard of.
Lastly.
Didn't the toolman Taylor just give Nakira the key to her heart?
Apparently so.
I didn't know I'd lost
Lastly,
it here.
not-
There's
Nacho lady.
something going on. Nacho
Is
lady.
this
Oh,
loud?
that is me. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Doria.
I've seen you at the Goose a few times,
Yes.
and I know you do sound mouth.
I do.
So here, and he hands you a 7-inch in diameter metal disc. It's got a whole bunch of perforated, weird abstract patterns in it, and a circular hole in the middle. When you swing this or you throw it, it makes like these crazy noise vibrations, and it messes people all up when you hit them with it. It's hilarious.
Fun.
I hit my cat with it one time, and it wandered around for like 3 hours.
Your poor cat.
Don't cats just do that anyway?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It died right after.
Don't cats just do that anyway?
Did you not just hear what he said? He says it died right after. That thing kills.
Oh, it's a dumb cat.
Oh,
Not a smart
Doria.
cat. Smart cats don't do
Doria.
that.
Doria. What he is giving you kills people after making them crazy.
That kills
Maybe.
people, Carl.
Well, that's like a good concert. If you have a good rave,
I love everybody's looks right now.
I mean, if you want to go out with a big bang, that could be a cool way to
is
go.
there
but-
anything better?
Well,
Living.
yes,
What she do? She had a
living.
great time. She moshed, she drank, she ate, and bam, she was gone. That's how I want to die.
Just don't
like
use
it.
it against yourself, Doria.
Right
So-
in the arms
Or
of
us.
Slash Killer
There,
and
yes.
his killer bass crumhorn.
Now that we're all friends, yeah?
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh yeah,
The
be
whole-
careful there.
Reason
I like you.
I brought you down here
Yes.
is to tell you the truth.
All right, what's the
Okay.
truth?
The truth is, everything they've told us is a lie.
Well, I've believed that for a long time.
We already know, unfortunately.
We had an
Yeah, I
inkling
kinda
at the
did
very least.
Would you
Oh.
like to crack another egg of knowledge on us instead?
I guess
Already.
it's not too much of a surprise, really.
Alright,
Yeah, I kind
alright.
of knew that.
Try this one on for size then.
Okay.
So, the Prime Minister is the twin brother of the emperor who rules the next continent over, called Saldoros.
And who's Saldoros? Do I know? Do I have
That's
a knowledge?
That's the continent next door.
Wait, he's the twin brother of the continent. That doesn't make any sense at all.
He's the twin brother of the emperor of the continent.
Okay, that makes sense.
What an incestuous part of this world.
Why
Well-
does that matter?
They,
Yeah.
well, okay, that one wasn't a
Is he
real
a good? Is he a good
drama
guy
bomb
or
either,
a
I
bad
guess, huh?
guy?
Let's see.
I have a twin brother. Does anyone care about that?
Oh Lord, have
I have
mercy.
about 10 adopted siblings, but they're not really.
Okay, all right, hold on. He
You're
starts.
all
Dawson,
so
He
lucky.
starts grabbing
Dawson
papers.
over
really
here.
not.
All family, really.
I have no family either.
I'm surely I have.
If you like.
Hold on. Surely I have something here that
Bit of a treat.
will blow your mind. Let's see. They came
See,
Oh,
face.
what's blowing my
they're
mind right now?
beholders,
I'm going to tell you what's blowing my mind. Do you
they're
see
evil.
this little clear package?
Did you
There's
just
something
say
in
they're
here,
beholders?
and they're squishy. Look at them. They're kind of yellow and squishy. What are these?
I think that
nachos from your pocket.
No,
Yeah.
no. These are it's a little clear thingy right here. It's a little clear wrapper. It's got something yellow and squishy in it. What are these? This is blowing my mind right now.
why don't you unwrap it and squish it a little more?
Doing it.
Doria tears it open.
They are about. Let's see. They're about 3,000 years old.
It smells fresh.
What
This
does it
isn't
smell
the
like?
original incarnation of this world. Yeah. I don't really have anything to.
Reincarnation of
Let's
this world.
examine that last
I
one.
bite into
do you
it.
What
mean?
did you just
It
say?
is fresh. Taste this thing. It's got cream inside.
And that's where we're gonna end it, folks.
Christina with the final statement. What is
Beautiful.
this thing? It's got cream,
cream
inside.
inside.
Taste it.
No, I'm good.
That's where we're drawing
That's
the
how you
line.
end the show.
So thank you all for coming and checking this out. It's been an amazing episode. This was flawless. Oh, thank you for everybody who popped on Twitch and Mercedes' Twitch and the Shattered Tabletop. We really, really love it. If you follow us, if you don't already, that's super awesome. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to Twitch and give us a follow. That would be amazing too. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and eventually on Anchor when this comes out. Anywhere your podcasting needs are met. So thank you to the group. You all are awesome. That was so much fun. And thank you to all the viewers and listeners. We will see you all next time. Bye.
See ya.